Top British wedding planner Jane Dayus Hinch has been responsible for some of the most extravagant and expensive weddings around.
No.
But Reena and Pedrum's wedding is going to be Jane's ultimate challenge.
500 guests, 3 wedding ceremonies and a reception, all in one day.
Will Jane be able to pull it off with just 7 days to go? Or will she finally be forced to admit defeat?
Do you know, I can't even do this now. I can't.
Reena and Pedrum are a modern-day Romeo and Juliet.
Pedrum and I met in high school. I remember the first time I saw him, I was sitting in the hallway at school with my friend. We were just sitting by our lockers.
I knew they were looking at me and I didn't pay them much attention.
One day one of my friends said, you know, he likes you too, you have to ask him out. And I said, I don't know. I was kind of nervous. I didn't know how he'd respond. So I just grabbed up the courage and I went up to him one day, and originally I was going to ask him to the Valentine's Day dance. But when I got up there, I just blurted out, will you go out with me?
I don't recall that.
In the beginning it was hard to date, especially in Indian culture. It's not common to date before marriage.
We weren't even allowed to see each other or go out or anything.
We are dealing with different cultures, as any parent would at least talk about it, try to understand the issues, rationalize it in their own minds. I would be wrong in suggesting that, oh, Reena and Pedrum suggested that we want to move on together in our lives, and we said, no problem.
But after 6 long years, Reena's parents finally gave in.
So I gave them the permission.
But Reena and Pedrum aren't getting off easy. Just to please their families, they're going to have a Hindu ceremony, a Muslim ceremony, and a Baha'i ceremony, all in one day.
It's not easy to plan for a wedding.
How would Reena know? It seems all she cares about is what jewelry she's going to wear.
And at night I'll be wearing a tiara so I can be a princess at my wedding.
And Pedrum's attitude isn't any better.
My job is basically to get there and try to look as good as I can.
So, we've got 500 guests, 3 ceremonies, controlling parents, a pampered bride and groom, and 1 week to go. The only person who has any hope of cleaning up this mess is Jane Dayus Hinch.
Where is everyone?
Jane's a wedding planner and a fairy godmother who has flown in last minute to grant Reena and Pedrum 3 wishes to save their doomed wedding.
I am so tired. I don't know, I'm standing up actually.
When Reena and Pedrum finally show up at the wedding venue, Jane cuts to the chase.
So let's go explore.
If Jane is worse than Reena, I will definitely need to pull together and meet my deadlines, because I'm sure, well, I'm already late on Reena's deadline, so if she's any worse than Reena, then I will definitely need to get my act together.
I kind of feel bad for Pedrum because he is going to have 5 women all over him to do this and do that. It would be me, my mom, his grandmother, and also, I guess now, Jane. So this is the foyer. We're serving breakfast.
We're starting off with the Hindu ceremony, which starts at, I guess, 8:30 in the morning.
Pedrum's going to be coming down the street on a horse. Pedrum's afraid that he's going to fall off the horse because I told him about one wedding where that actually happened.
I've been at Indian weddings, and when they start to beat that drum, I've seen grooms go flying. Have you ridden a horse before?
No. I've seen movies.
Oh, please. And what's your entrance?
My brother's actually carrying me in. I have 7 little flower girls. They're cute, adorable, my cute, adorable little nieces. So I have them all as flower girls. And so they're going to walk in first, and then my brothers will be carrying me in.
But what good is a grand entrance if there aren't any guests there to see it?
That's the common thing that both cultures do. They're always late. If you say come at 7 o'clock, that actually means 9, and everyone knows it means 9.
The wedding day, I want everything to be right on time.
The problem is in both of our cultures, people are always late, and we can't accept that day.
So what is Reena's solution?
I actually made a whole bunch of cue cards for all the tasks that I expect help with.
Reena is giving me cue cards. I'm the wedding planner. Who's she? Are all these people wearing name badges? So that I know? Because I've got to go and find Dolly.
Yep.
And Ramesh and Raji. Where am I going to find these people?
I will make name badges for you.
No.
Doesn't sound like Jane's too thrilled with the idea, or any of Reena's ideas for that matter.
I'm very concerned. And if I'm concerned, you should definitely be concerned.
Details, really, I let Reena deal with. My job is basically to get there and try to look as good as I can and make sure I don't fall off the horse in the morning and basically just get myself together and have a good time.
The wedding is getting a little bit out of control because there are so many people, some of which I don't know personally.
I'm a little more nervous now.
Nervous? I scared the pants off Pedram.
But the scariest question is still to come.
And it's costing how much?
On everything so far.
Probably about 160,000.
They don't care about budget. Mummy and Daddy are paying for it.
It just keeps adding up. And I have only one daughter. I'll worry about the budget later.
They would spend millions and millions of dollars, even if they didn't have it. They would just spend it because I'm their only daughter.
That's everything. So is there anything else that you want any help with?
Well, my first wish for the wedding was to have fireworks at the end of the night.
I've never had a couple giving me their first wish at their first meeting. And it was so unexpected.
I've loved fireworks since I was a little girl, and I just thought, you know, on my wedding day, it'd be great to have fireworks.
Fireworks? Out of everything that you've got to do, you want fireworks? I really don't know where to start. I can't even tell you how big this is. We've got not 120 an average wedding. We've got 500 people. Just think of 500 people standing here. So put all this in a pot. Add a bit of stress. Add a bit of emotion. Can you say what I'm feeling here? And no, I haven't got 6 months to sort this. As of tomorrow, 6 days.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the straw that broke the camel's back.
Gosh, do you know, I can't even do this now. I can't.
But Jane's no quitter. She's determined to make Reena and Pedrum grow up, and fast.
They won't be smiling when I get through with them. Here is the plan, and these are all the things that I think we need to address. Parking, the drummer. What time have you told him? Whatever you've told him, tell him 30 minutes earlier. Security guy on the door. Walkie-talkies. Because I know we've all got cell phones, but the thought of those keep going off, you know. Cake. For the cake to be served, we're looking 400 to 500 plates, because there is nothing worse than the cake coming out in a piece of napkin. List of photographs and times and photographer.
The wedding is out of control in the sense of it was out of control from day one.
I would call this wedding a logistical nightmare.
I noticed that it said that you were having photographs taken at 6 a.m. on the one sheet, and on the other sheet it said photography to arrive 7:30 a.m.
I think 6 a.m. was written wrong. I think it's 6
I think
p.m.
the other one was for 6 p.m. probably, but it's actually 6:30 now.
People think that they've got everything done, but because they've never done this before, how do they know? So this is why you need a wedding planner to look at it and go into the detail. The list of names and garlands. We don't have place cards. Or are we not having place cards?
We are having place cards.
Which day are we doing 500? Oh, 250 each. There might be the smiles, but underneath I think there might be, oh goodness, I've now got to go and do it. Table for gifts. The money box, the master of ceremonies for the whole day. I can hear so many things that are going to go wrong. There's definite theme running through this whole thing that I keep picking up on, and it's got when, and when. That's what it comes all the way back down to.
Just seeing that plan, there's many things to do and very little time to do it in.
Some of the deadlines that I get just aren't, they just don't make any sense. So I disagree with the deadline to begin with, so I'm not actually aiming for the deadline.
Oh, look, 4 days to do all this, okay? Bringing it all the way back to wish number 1, fireworks. I have found a supplier that will do it, but we are talking $1,000.
I think we discussed it after the wish was made, and I think no more than $500 did we want to spend at all.
Your first wish has been wasted.
And so are Jane's efforts. Reena ignores the million things on the to-do list and goes back to her happy place.
This diamond set is actually for my grandfather. This one was given to my mother by my grandmother. These are what I wear during the Hindu ceremony. I actually wear these around my wrist, like that.
I think we're so far up to 3 outfits now.
This is actually the Indian dress that I'll be wearing.
They're all expensive outfits.
I wanted to go for something simple, something light, because the Indian dress is really, really heavy.
But could it be Reena's afraid her second gown is too simple, and that's why she gets a third?
These kids, they've been pampered too long.
And if Reena runs out of gowns, she can always play dress up with her Pedrum doll.
It's salmon.
Pink is pink.
You're gonna wear that underneath.
So-
Underneath the pink thing.
Okay.
Look how handsome you look. You look like Aladdin in this thing. That's pimpin', isn't it?
Thing's a little tight.
We fitted it on you. Are they comfortable?
Not at all. This is the problem. Wearing this, getting on a horse, then
Yeah, but
getting
it's open here. You got flexibility.
Open here. Then we have the big MC Hammer pajama pants. So I got the pants on, but you said they'd be more comfortable with the pants. It's
Because you haven't put on the shirt, though.
Pedrum may not like his outfit, but just wait until he sees what Jane has in store for him.
Jane seems to have some big surprise set up for us. And
Kind of makes me nervous.
each time one of us gets happy, she says, no, you should be nervous. So now we're a little nervous and a little curious to find out what our second wish is.
Wish 2, I took over because I knew that this was something they wouldn't do.
That's because Jane doesn't trust Reena and Pedrum to make their own decisions. So she arranges for a riding instructor to prepare Pedrum for his grand entrance.
I guess it's better to fall off now than to fall off the day of.
This end bites,
Right?
and that end kicks.
Gotcha. Nice to meet you. Come on, boy.
Come on.
No, I said this way.
Walk that way. There we go. Super. Climb up on the mounting block. Super. So now we're going to take this foot and we're going to put it in this stirrup and land gently in the saddle.
That's gonna be a lot harder with the outfit.
Good. Super. Just sit up. Just sit up and turn towards me.
Go, go.
Super. 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 Now, Pedrum, look it. Your entire body went, wah!
Right.
When you pull with 2, he slows down.
Right.
When you pull with 1, he turns. Super. Shorten your reins just a bit.
Dismounting will be fun. And animals, they sense fear.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Super. Jump. Woo. Super.
He's actually got quite a good seat if you look.
Good.
It'll be a little different with the outfit, but I think we did a few runs and a few emergency stops and everything, so I'm a lot more confident.
By the time the next day rolls around, the fun stops, the stress kicks in, and Reena takes the reins.
Pedrum? I do have to hound him a little bit just to get him to do the things that I need him to do. I'm here. I hope you're working on wedding things.
I am. Reena is sometimes a pain in the butt.
What are you working on right now? When are you gonna have all of these folded by? So you're done the table groupings then?
Just have to go over these suggestions still. If I join in on the insanity, it's just gonna be madness. I've gone through other families' weddings where it's only been 100 people and it's really been, a single culture and everyone's just flipping out.
So when I bring the map, we can put it together then.
Reena's stressing enough for all of us and I need to keep myself sane and calm.
So what about the centerpieces? Are they ready? I'm kind of worried about the centerpieces and boutonnieres because they're not ready yet. Would it be possible to go look at them now?
Yep.
Let's go check it out now because
Sure.
I got a million other things to do still.
Great. Not only does Pedrum's grandmother have to make 50 centerpieces, she has to deal with Reena's high standards.
Walnut, egg.
What are the eggs for?
Eggs symbolize fertility. Yeah, Reena freaks out about the little things, and sometimes the big things she just doesn't care about. It always seems to be the little things that bother her.
So these are fresh baby's breath?
Yeah, it's fresh.
Will they last?
No, it'll last. We have ones where my mom had them for a year.
Do you think we should put these in the fridge, though, or something to keep them fresh?
No, I think they're fine.
I just don't want them to get
No, they should be fine.
wilty.
By the time the day is done, the real reason for Reena's stress comes out. It's not the wedding plans, it's the terrifying thought of moving 5 minutes away from her parents.
Many times at night she'll come and sleep with me, and I'll say, Reena, go, because you have to sleep and you have to go to work in the morning and then you won't have enough sleep. She says, Mommy, I have only so many days left to sleep with you here. She's like my little baby.
I'm very attached to my parents, and I'm especially attached to my father, so it'll be extremely difficult to say goodbye on that day. Even though, I mean, we're still going to be living close to each other.
It is a big event emotionally.
I love you too. Don't cry.
To marry Pedram, Reena's got to leave her parents. I don't know if she can do that.
Because as the days are coming closer, I see that she's feeling that she's very close to her parents. And many times we sit together and cry with each other.
Reena's been home for 23 years. Give me a minute. We are there to help you. We'll always find time together now and then.
I don't know if Reena can do this.
Hopefully, cuddling with mom and dad will make it all better.
This is not the time to get cold feet, Reena. $160,000 down the drain.
7 days ago, Reena and Pedrum's wedding was a full-blown disaster.
I would call this wedding a logistical nightmare.
Then, wedding planner / fairy godmother Jane Dayus Hinch arrived to grant 3 wishes and save the day.
When, and when.
However, Reena and Pedrum's first wish for fireworks blew up in their faces.
Out of everything you need to do, you want fireworks?
Then, for their second wish, Jane prepared Pedrum for his grand entrance.
So we won't mention that horses can slip on tarmac then.
But it's wedding day, and Reena and Pedrum still haven't cashed in their third wish. But that's the least of Jane's worries.
My first problem, Pedram, the bridegroom, he's not here yet. Can you ring him, please?
I have this one.
His phone.
So hold on.
He's got his phone with him, so he hasn't got his phone with him. We've got the horse, we've got the drummer, we've got 500 people arriving, we've got the weather, and I keep looking at my watch because this is to the minute. This wedding has to go to the minute.
Just when Jane's about to give up hope, Pedrum arrives.
We're a little late, but this time should be all right. That's fine.
Grandfather? Grandfather?
No. I need my grandfather. Find him.
We're just waiting for Pedram's grandfather. Are Pedram's parents down there? It's 10 past. Because we've only got 15 minutes to do breakfast for everybody.
We'll be fine.
Even though he had a riding lesson, it seems Pedrum never mastered the art of the dismount.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Would you kindly take your seats, please? Everything is in slow motion.
Once everyone's inside, it's time for Reena's grand entrance.
Mind ahead, mind ahead.
So is it 3 and then left, or is it 1, 2 and then left?
Tell you what we'll do it on. Are we all listening? 2, 6, lift. Yeah, there's no confusion. 2, 6, lift. Don't do anything without me. I'm cueing everybody. Start sprinkling petals.
the Hindu ceremony has started, Jane turns her attention to kids.
Why do they run everywhere?
And caterers.
We can hear the planes. Have we got another dish? They're going to float candles in a teaspoon of water.
Where, oh where, could Jane possibly get more water?
Pedrum was a mess. Absolute mess.
And there are 2 more ceremonies to go. Surely Pedrum will stop crying at some point.
Would you marry a man that's crying into tissues? To me, it wasn't quite manly, was it? I mean, he's this tough, macho guy, and to see him weeping like a baby, did it do it for you?
Doing for sacrifice. I asked to consult with me and be practical that I shall go with you and accompany you on Sunday.
Are you coming in for the second ceremony? Because they're just waiting to start. Sure. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you for your help.
2 ceremonies down and 1 to go. But Reena and Pedrum still haven't asked Jane for their 3rd wish.
We still haven't done third wish.
Reena and Pedrum don't have time to think of a wish. The last ceremony is set to start.
We're just about to do the 3rd ceremony, and they were so concerned with timings about running over, they're now running early.
When the 3rd ceremony is over, Reena and Pedrum seal the deal and finally ask for their 3rd wish.
We have a 3rd wish. We want you to decorate our room at night.
So that the fireworks can go off.
Decorating Reena and Pedrum's honeymoon suite is a big responsibility.
I think Pedrum is very romantic in his own way. I do tend to be a little more of a classical romantic person. I like things done the way that they are done in the movies and the way I've seen them on TV. In the Indian culture, we don't have premarital sex, so you know that's the first night you're ever spending with your husband, and it's a really special time. And I always dreamt, you know, there'd be fresh rose petals and candles, and it was just set up like a dream.
By the time the reception rolls around, everyone's having a great time. But there's one guest who looks a little out of place. Sorry, Jane.
Jane was a huge help. I mean, we didn't even know the ways we needed her. So she just was there right when we needed her every time.
2 teenagers, 6 years together, culminating in the most perfect wedding. Well, not 1 wedding, 3 weddings. And it all went to time, which is what they were concerned about. It ran perfectly. And in the end, Reena was able to leave her parents behind and move forward with Pedrum. I'm so proud of her. There's more effort for me. Not gonna trot, are you? Come on, baby. You ready? Come on, it's a bit warm now. Ready? I haven't got the apple.